everyone. Greetings of the day. I am Dr. Nitika, working as Associate Professor at IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. Today, I am going to discuss a very interesting topic with all of you. The topic is diffusion of innovation. It very well aligns with marketing management and consumer behavior. Now, there are two terms in this particular topic. Terms are diffusion and innovation, as the topic is diffusion of innovation. So let us understand that how these two terms are being explained by the expert. First of all, this term diffusion means that how the things will spread. And innovation is something new that is very popular in this kind of generation that we are dealing as our consumers. People are looking for something new, and in the era of this social media platforms, the people are very crazy about bringing something new, using the new products, and putting the posts on social media. And yes, for necessity also, they are looking for the products that can be more convenient and that can give them more satisfaction. So, dear audience, let us see that how this particular things work in case of marketing management and consumer behavior. So, we'll see that how the innovation is being diffused among our target audience. So, first of all, we will understand that how we can bring newness in our products and services. Now, this newness can be brought in two ways. First, that it is completely a new product that is going to bring a revolution in the industry. For example, when for the very first time the mobile phones were launched, it was a complete revolution, as a consumer can carry a communication device in his or her pocket and travel the whole world and still stay connected with the known ones. So it was a device that brought revolution in the communication industry. And yes, like these days, we are also watching EV on roads, electric vehicles. That is again a revolution in the automobile industry, where you need not to put any petrol or diesel in the in your car, in your two-wheeler, and still you can travel by just charging your vehicle. And you can travel kilometers and kilometers. So these EVs are also a kind of revolution in the automobile industry. But this is one kind of innovation that we can bring for our consumers. But yes, there can be a kind of innovation where the product is not totally changed, but it is just a minor addition or of a feature, or it can be a change in the packaging, or it can be something change in the color combination of the product, and still it is sounding something new in the market. For example, if real juice that is very popular in the market, it was talking about fruit juices like lychee juice, mango juice. But these days they have launched a new kind of juice, that is a tomato juice, and they claim that it is a very healthy product and can also help you to improvise your skin. So that can be a new product variation. But yes, it will not bring any kind of revolution in the market, but still it will add value to the customers' satisfaction level. So this is how innovation is being defined, being explained by the marketing experts. And when we talk about consumer, for consumer, an innovative product is something that increases the satisfaction level of a consumer at personal level, social level, or environmental needs are more satisfied in different parameters. In short, it adds quality to the life of the consumer. If it adds the quality to the life of the consumer, it is something new for a particular consumer. For marketers, what is innovation? For marketers, it is very interesting because it is something that will keep the firm competitive. It will also add to the profitability of the company, and it will let the company grow in the various dimensions, and the company can increase the goodwill of the brand, it can also add profitability to the company. So for marketers, it is something like an opportunity that they should definitely explore for a longer survival in the market, and but obvious for the success in the competitive industry. Now, dear audience, when we talk about diffusion, it is not like that we have diffused the idea in the market and it will be adopted by the consumers. We have to put efforts for it. It is not so easy that yes, we have communicated and it will happen overnight. No, we have to put some efforts for the adoption of that particular innovation. So what we can say is that diffusion is a macro process which is concerned with the spread of new product from its source to the consuming public, and adoption is a micro process that focuses on the stages through which an individual consumer passes when deciding to accept or reject a new product. Whenever we see a new product in the market as a consumer, we always involve ourselves into a thought process. We calculate, we analyze that how worth is this product accepting. We should accept this product or not, we should reject this product or not, and there are various parameters on which this analysis is being made. We will also discuss these parameters on which a simple consumer, a normal consumer analyzes that and decides that whether he or she has to accept that particular product or he or she has to reject that particular product. So this is how diffusion and adoption of innovation goes in the mind of the consumers. Then when we talk about consumer behavior, as we all know that consumer behavior is very difficult to understand. It is sometimes it also becomes unpredictable. But yes, there are various tools that we can use to analyze this consumer behavior and visualize that the consumer will accept our product or not. So we will understand few parameters that are associated with this domain, consumer behavior, and on the basis of these parameters we can predict, we can see that how far our product will be accepted in the market. So when we talk about innovation, I will again let you know that firm oriented innovation, it treats the newness of the product. When we talk about innovation, that is firm oriented. So it is an innovation that treats the newness of the product from the perspective of the company producing or marketing it. But when we talk about product oriented innovation, it focuses on any of the features that is inherent in the product itself and on the effects of these features are likely to have consumers established use patterns. So these are two kinds of innovation that we need to understand when we are talking about diffusion of innovation, that is firm oriented innovation and product oriented innovation. So they both are managed by the experts in different manners. So let us move forward and understand that what are the characteristics that influence diffusion from consumer point of view. What are the characteristics and how we should analyze these characteristics to predict the real consumer behavior, and if we feel that the consumer behavior is not in the desired manner after the analysis, we can definitely make some changes, make some alterations so that we can spread this diffusion of innovation fast in the market. So let us see the characteristics. So now the very first characteristic is relative advantage. It is that how far the degree to which potential customers perceive a new product as superior to existing substitute. A consumer is already satisfying his or her particular need through any kind of product, and if your product is satisfying the same need of the consumer, then how far the consumer is perceiving, how far the consumer is feeling that yes, this new product is superior than my existing substitute. For example, when we talk about an HD TV HD television over a standard television, if a consumer feels that there is no such big difference between a standard TV or a HD TV, why should I go for an HD TV? Why I should spend more on this HD TV? But yes, there are consumers who will understand that yes, there is a quality difference, there is more satisfaction in using a HDTV. We can use internet on the HDTV, we can see the OTT channels on the HDTV. So then yes, he or she will definitely go for a better product, that is HDTV in this particular example. So relative advantage, this is the first characteristic that a consumer thinks in this manner. Then the second characteristics that I have observed for this session is compatibility. Compatibility is to degree to which potential consumers feel a new product is consistent with their present needs, value and practices. Consistency, what is the consistency of this particular new product, that the consumer will analyze. For example, a Gillette Mac 3 turbo razor over a disposable razor. So the consumer will compare these two products, and then it will analyze, he or she will analyze the consistency of the product, and then he or she will decide that whether I should accept this new product or not. It will, yes, definitely it will vary from consumer to consumer. It will depend from depend upon the customer taste, preferences, financial budget, that whether he or she is accepting the new product or not. So it will vary from consumer to consumer. Then the next important and interesting point, that is the complexity, that how difficult is the use of that particular product. Some products are difficult to use, or they may need a minimum kind of training to use that particular product. So are we providing that particular training? Are we telling the consumer that how they have to use that particular product? So that is again very important point to be taken care of. For example, when automatic four-wheelers were launched in India, many people not accepted these vehicles because they were used to use the gear system in the four-wheeler. And when the automatic car was there, which were without gear, people were not very comfortable. Then there was some sessions, there were some demo sessions, there were some drives that were arranged for the people, and then it was communicated to the people that it is easy to handle this particular kind of vehicle. It is not very difficult. And now we can see that the use of automatic cars is much more than the past time. So now it is people are accepting it with a faster pace in the market. That is complexity. Then we talk about trialability. Trialability is that have we given that opportunity to the consumer to take a trial of that particular product or service. Like these days, everybody is offering a demo class. When we talk about coaching institutes, we talk about physics wala, we talk about some new markets that are new players in the market. So they are offering trial class to the students that yes, come study with us for 50 minutes and then see that whether you should go for this particular kind of thing or not. Even the softwares, when new softwares are launched in the market, there are some free trial softwares that are given to the consumers to check that it is a useful product or not. So trialability is again a very important factor. And then observability. Observability is that how far the product is able to be observed as a new product for the potential consumer. जो उसका benefit है, how far it is being visible. Like when we talk about a laptop, the benefit is quite visible. That when we are using a desktop, we have to sit at a particular table, we have to sit at a particular chair, and then we have to use the desktop. But when we talk about a laptop, it is very friendly, it is very convenient to take it. You can take it to your bedroom, to your office, to your study table, to your drawing room, anywhere where you can sit and do your work. So the benefit is quite observed, and today you can see that laptops are being purchased by plenty of people who are using the computers for offices, for schools, etc. So these are some of the characteristic that I have observed, that how they are connected with the diffusion of innovation, and we as marketers should analyze our product on these parameters, and we should see that these parameters fix very well into the mind of the consumer, and then only the consumer will accept the product at a faster pace, and your expectations from earning from this particular new product or service that could be met in the market. So this was the introduction of my this particular topic, diffusion of innovation. I hope that you liked my session, and in the coming sessions I would like to share with you some this particular topic in more detail, that how different kind of consumer accept diffusion of innovation in different paces. It is not like every consumer will accept your product at the very initial stage. They may take some time, they may stretch, they may wait and see that how the consumer is the other consumers react to your new product. So very interesting topic and very useful topic for marketers, and students should definitely learn about it, and as a consumer it is very connected to our daily lives. So thank you so much. I hope that you liked my session, and we'll connect for another session very soon. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Nitika from IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus, signing off for the day. Thank you. Have a good day.